Real Estate Insider, where America goes for funding. Every Thursday we do our Talk with Live Angelo, your direct nationwide lender. So I appreciate all of you guys tuning in and watching the channel. We're getting ready for Christmas, and it's really exciting. The Federal Reserve has announced they're going to cut interest rates again. So they cut rates after Trump won the election, and then they announced that they're going to cut interest rates again. Could be as much as a 0.5% rate cut. So it's exciting because interest rates are on a downward trend. In the last 6 weeks, they've gone down almost a whole 1%. So a massive reduction to interest rates. So it's really good because if you look at like $1 million, let's say you have $1 million mortgage, interest rates go down by 1%, it's going to save you $12,000 a year, $1,000 a month in interest payments. Massive reduction, and it makes all the difference on whether people are going to go out there to buy their primary home, a secondary home, a rental property. So we're really excited about that. We're a nationwide commercial and residential lender. We have all the different programs. So whether you're trying to buy your primary residence, you want to do a line of credit against your property, you want to build a home, you need a land loan, you want to buy a multifamily, you want to buy a hotel, um, you want to buy strip center. Thank you, Mr. Bigglesworth, for tuning in and watching the channel. We appreciate you for watching the show. So we've been doing this now for on our YouTube for over 7 years, actively lending in America for over 20 years, and helped hundreds of thousands of people. We've lent almost $3 billion in lending, so we're obviously very happy, honored, and privileged to be able to serve. You can look us up on Google, Angelo Christian Mortgage. We have a 4.7 rating there, and then you can obviously check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and our website, Official Angelo Christian. So you can call or text my office, 832-431-6331, if we can help you with any type of funding. We go down to a 500 credit score on our home loans, and then our hard money asset-based loans, we have no credit score requirements. And we do bankruptcy bailouts, foreclosure bailouts, like I said, lines of credit, business loans. So we've got a lot of stuff here to help you guys. That's what we're here to do, to help you, to make your life better, the best that we can. We're not perfect by any means. The biggest thing is how we're different is that we care, and that's a big thing. We put in the effort. We can't solve every problem, but we're going to do everything in our power to figure it out and put forth the best effort that's out there, that's available. So that's our promise to you guys, and our mantra. Where other companies, they shut it down at 5 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock at night here in Texas. We're working, giving you the content, the information. So with that said, a few new things on the horizon. Like I said, my thought is that interest rates are getting ready to go down. Now is a great time to start looking at buying property, locking in. Whether you're trying to do a short-term rental, long-term rental, or buy your primary home. I mean, that's another. If you're trying to if you're a first-time buyer, which we're seeing a lot of first-time buyers, we have a lot of first-time buyer down payment assistance programs that have grants. We have one that goes up to $25,000 for a down payment and closing costs. It also comes with a first-time buyer tax credit if you're a first-time buyer. Now, for the FHA zero down that we offer, you do not have to be a first-time buyer. There is no income restrictions. It does have to be for your primary residence, or it can be a single family or a duplex. This can't be a tri or quadplex, but it is for primary residence. You have to have at least a 620 or higher credit score in order to get that loan. It is a full documentation. So require 2 years of income verification. That's a lot different than a private no documentation. The other thing is that it's limited to FHA loan limits. The loan limit is usually around 500,000 for a duplex. It could be 1,000. But it's a great program because you can buy a home with no money down. So we're really pleased to offer that. Here's the thing. The way I look at it, if you're paying rent, 3-4 grand a month, whatever your rent is, in a year you're throwing away 30, 40, $50,000 that you could be using to plug into your home, and your home's going to appreciate. It's an investment. It's going to go up. A lot of people built wealth with real estate. You buy a home for 300,000, in 5 years it's worth 500,000. it makes a lot of sense to invest and also build a real estate rental portfolio, right? Because think about, we talk about a lot of our clients that we help where their rental portfolio is their retirement. I have a client that tries to buy at least 30 units a year, and he's trying to build a seven-figure. Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Bigglesworth. Thank you for watching the show on the channel. He's trying to build a seven-figure retirement income portfolio off of multifamily. And he's making right now almost $28,000 a month net income. He's on track to do that probably in the next few years. So it's something to definitely be mindful of, to be thinking about how to build a portfolio, how to build your wealth. And that's really what this is about: is what loan products do you use? You can use DSCR. You can use investor cash flow. You can use we use a lot of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and FHA loans for multifamily. Those have a longer amortization. They're non-recourse, and then they also have a longer interest-only period. So, and they usually have a lower interest rate than commercial bank loans. Like a commercial bank loan right now could be 6.5%, and a Fannie Mae could be 5.5%. So it's a much more attractive loan for investors because you have a higher cash flow if you have a 5 to 10 year interest-only period. So yeah, I mean, if you're out there and you're trying to build your portfolio, and the reason why I'm saying all this is because interest rates are going to be coming down. It's going to make a lot more sense for you to invest, right? So think about that. As we get ready to go into 2025, we have a new political administration that's pro real estate, and that's going to be shaping the landscape in the future for housing and the economy. And when the Federal Reserve cuts interest rates, all rates are going to go down. Credit card rates, car loan rates, student loan rates, mortgage rates. So it's a good time because maybe you looked at a house and you passed it up because the payment was too high. Maybe come back, you might not find that house, that specific home, or that particular deal, but maybe something else is out there. The one thing I will say that you have to be mindful of is that real estate prices will go higher. So it's kind of a conundrum because when rates go down, it spurs demand, and that will boost the values even further. So it's kind of a catch-22 a little bit because it is something that you have to be conscious of, and that's the name of the game, right? It's just for us as consumers, investors, entrepreneurs, you want a lower carry cost, and so it's coming to fruition. I think the Federal Reserve will keep cutting rates. I would bet next year that we'll have at least another 1% reduction in interest rates, and over 2 years, 2% reduction, and see a 4% 30-year fixed mortgage again. That's my prediction. Obviously, nobody knows for sure, but that's my bet. And I think that the housing and real estate market is going to get stronger and stronger. And with that, there's a lot of programs out there to help you. Is one of the things that we do really well is a credit booster loan approval. This is something that we rolled out about 3 years ago. It's one of our most popular products. So a lot of people, when they're very intimidated when they try to get a loan because they're very worried about their credit not being good enough, they're not going to qualify. And lenders, how they qualify people is based off of credit tiers and matrices. So 580, 620, 650, 680, 700. So the thing is that, let's say you have a 578 score, and that program now has a 1% higher interest rate because of your score being lower. But if you can boost your score up to 580 or 620, like we talked about the FHA zero down program with a 620 score, a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to get a loan right now. I don't want to apply. I don't want to try because I don't want to get denied, and I don't want to pay a high interest rate. And my lender said no. My bank said no. Said I had to have a 700. So all this stuff. So what we offer is something called a credit booster with the loan approval. So if you have, a 579 credit score and you need a 620, we have our software that you've seen on our website that helps to boost up your credit score to get you pre-approved, to get you the lower interest rate, so you can qualify for the loan. So this is a very important thing because My whole thing is let's take the time out of the equation. Let's collapse that and focus on a plan. Let's come up with a plan to help you to get the funding instead of putting it off and thinking you're going to spend thousands of dollars on credit repair or someday, you'll be able to own a home. Well, we can make it happen right now and put a real plan together that you can execute and follow to get your home loan. And that's what we're all about, with our company, what we're passionate about. So, don't let somebody tell you that you can't get a loan or you don't qualify. And I'm not saying that. One thing I don't want to be misleading or confusing in any way is I'm not saying that for everybody. Not everyone can get a home loan right now. If you've got a 420 credit score, you may need to go to a severe credit repair situation. Okay, so I don't want to paint the picture like we can approve everybody and that we do everything, because that's not the case. I'm saying, like, if you have a good job, you can pay the mortgage, you can afford the loan, and you can your credit's close, you got a 615, you need a 620. We can boost up your credit score to help you to get approved, to get the low rate, to get the loan. That's the bottom line, the message that I'm trying to say. If you're have a 400 credit score, or you don't have a job, or you can't pay the mortgage, and that's not a realistic situation. So I just want to make sure that you guys understand what I'm saying, because we are here to help and give you a solution. Instead of renting for another 6 months or paying a credit repair company $3,000, we can help you to boost up your credit score now, to potentially get you approved for the loan. And that's a big thing that we do. We do that every day. We've been doing it for decades, helping people to clean up their credit and to get into a home. So if you need help with that, don't be a stranger. Reach out to us, call, text our office, whatever, 832-431-6331. That's why we're here to help you, to figure it out. So I don't know if anyone has any questions too. Feel free to. What are you? What are you scared about, honey buns? Shouldn't be scared. Just got to embrace the. We'll be here with you to hold your hand every step of the way. And it's okay to be scared. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you work with, I like to crack my neck. If you work with people you trust, you go to your doctor, you go to your dentist, trust them to help you. Your insurance, people that cut your hair, you trust them to cut your hair. That's a huge responsibility. So you got to trust people and have faith. That's why we're here, preaching the message, preaching what we do, because we believe so much in what we do and we're passionate about it that we're here to help you. We can't solve all the world's problems, but we can help you to get a loan, figure it out. It may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. It may happen 6 months from now. I don't know. But if you're committed and we're committed, it will happen. That's the biggest thing. It's commitment. It's committing to getting it done, following a process. That's that's it. We're committed together, then it will happen. It's a two way street. It's not always easy process, and that's why we're here to walk you through that process. Take it, one step at a time. Because getting a loan, and obviously there's different types of loans. Some loans are harder than others to get. We also have private, bridge loans, hard money loans, commercial loans that are a lot easier to get. They're asset based. They have pros and cons. Usually the interest rates are higher, but they're a lot easier to obtain, than a conventional loan. Conventional loans have a lot more requirements, right? Interest rates are lower, but it's a lot harder to get that loan, which is fine. It's just depending on your situation. You may not be ready for a bridge loan right now. You may not be ready for a conventional loan. You need a bridge loan. It just depends on your situation and what you have. So either regardless of any of that stuff, we're here to help you best that we can any way possible. So I appreciate all of you guys. What's up, Mr. Layback? Hope you're doing okay. Salute, man. So yeah, I mean, whatever we can do to help. If you know someone that needs funding, reach out to us. Or if you've got questions, trying to figure out how to put a deal. We also do the realty too. Not only do we lend, we also do nationwide realty through our realty network. So if you need help, a lot of times what we do is if we approve somebody for the loan, we can include our realtor program to get you the closing costs included with the transaction. Kind of give you an example, like if you buy, we pre-approve every day, but if you get pre-approved to buy your home 500,000 and the closing costs are 20 grand. With our realty program, we can also get the closing costs included into the transaction, so that way you don't have to use our realtor. It's not a requirement. You can use your own agent. There's nothing wrong with that. Or you can use your realtor. It's part of whatever you want to do. So, but we have a realtor network that we have. So just keep that in mind. And then another thing too, like I said, guys, don't forget, and I've talked a lot about this too. If you guys leave us, if you're interested in getting an Amazon gift card, if you go to Angelo Christian Mortgage, Mr. Layback, for a second job just being 1 year instead of 2 years. Mr. Layback, yeah. So I don't know if you've seen any of my videos on this. It's only 1 year for a second job with us. Now, a lot of lenders require 2 years for a second job. So we're good with you having 1 year on the second job. If you've had a current job for whatever X amount of years, then you have a second job that you've had for at least 1 year. You can use the income with both jobs. You have to on the second job for at least 1 year or more. Okay? We'll give you credit for both. Now, most lenders are 2 years. So we're okay with 1 year of income. And a lot of people do have two jobs. I mean, that's what it takes right now to make a living, put food on the table sometimes. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to do what you got to do. So, but like I was saying earlier, if you guys are interested in getting a free Amazon gift card, don't forget, leave a 5-star review with Angelo Christian Mortgage on Google. And then send me an email. Go to Angelo Christian Mortgage on Google. If you leave us a 5-star review, 5 stars, because you love us, and we'll email you a free Amazon gift card. When Oh, honey buns, 5 months. Yeah, so you got about 7 more months to go. Then you can use that income. Well, it's always been in place for the second job. Now, let me make sure I'm very clear on the second job. If you are self-employed on the second job, okay, if let's say you're a manager at Walmart, okay, that's your first job. Then you go get a second job and work at Costco. We have two W-2 positions. So that's okay. Now, and you can use both incomes. Now, if you're the manager at Walmart and then you start your own business, you can't get credit for owning your own company because you're self-employed. You have to have 2 years of self-employment in order to use that income. But just you gotta. There's a lot of details and a lot of fine lines. So I don't. It's always been in place, but it depends on what your second job is. If you have two W-2 jobs, um, you only need that for a year. So again, that's with us. I'm not speaking of other lenders. I'm talking about what we require, our requirements. mortgage companies vary vastly on their requirements. We go down to a 500 credit score for FHA and VA. Most lenders require a 580 or 620. So, so it just depends. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad that you guys are watching the show. I appreciate all of your support, all the questions. If we can help you, don't forget to share this, subscribe, like the bell, get the information out. If we can help, don't forget, we have you can call or text, especially talk to our customers, 832-431-6331. Don't be a stranger. Reach out to us if we can help you with any type of funding. I appreciate all of you guys watching the show and the channel. Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Layback. Thank you for all your support and always tuning in. So you guys take care. Enjoy your evening. Have a good night. Be safe. We'll be back again next week. Thank you all so much. Take care. God bless. We love you.